Welcome back to your emotional wellness journey. In this video, we're going to be chatting all about the lights in the dashboard. If you recall, in the journey video, we spoke about your body as the vehicle, your mind as the map, your relationships as the signs along the road, and your emotions as the lights in the dashboard that let you know where you need to give a little bit of extra attention so that you can continue on your journey safely. Well, as you know, all of the lights in your dashboard, they mean different things and they're pointing you in different directions to help you make sure you're addressing the issue. And the same is true with your emotions. We are going to experience across our lives a range of different emotions, and each of them comes to teach us something different. So let's get into what those lessons are. As healthcare workers, there will be days when you'll show up and everything will work out well, you'll work well with your teammates, and you will be able to meet and exceed your roles and responsibilities. And then there will be other days when you are simply just overwhelmed and overworked. And that might lead to stress, frustration, anger, anxiety, and a host of other things. It's important to know that while we may experience these different emotions as good or bad or positive or negative, that the emotions themselves are none of those things. They're simply information. And the better we can become at asking questions and getting curious about what this information comes to teach us, then the better we'll be at navigating and managing them when our emotions come up. So in this video, it may feel like I am focused on some of those heavier and harder emotions, and that's simply because those are the ones that tend to challenge us the most. And I want to make sure that you feel equipped and empowered to navigate them when they arise. But don't worry, we're also going to talk about how to cultivate and tap into the happiness and joy and peace that's also readily available to us. Before we move into the specific lessons that some of the most commonly experienced emotions come to teach us, I want to make a very important distinction between emotions and feelings. They're related, but they're not quite the same. Your emotions are a physiological response to a stimulus in your environment where your brain is trying to assess what is going on, and it may trigger your sympathetic nervous system, also commonly called the fight or flight response. Think of the sympathetic nervous system or the fight or flight response as the gas pedal or the accelerator, which is preparing your vehicle, which in this case is your body, to go. Your heart rate is going to go up, your blood pressure may increase, you may even feel your body, your muscles begin to tense up and contract. This is important to know because it's your first line of defense when it comes to managing and mastering your emotions. Because they show up in your body, the more aware you are of how it feels when you are in a fight or flight situation, the sooner you can begin to utilize these tools to regulate, manage, cope, and come back to a place of peace and calm. For more information on how to tap into and tune up your vehicle, please check out our vehicle maintenance resources. There you will find tips and tools to help you learn how to become more aware of and develop a healthier relationship with your body on your journey to emotional wellness. Now, as for specific lessons that our emotions come to teach us, let's begin with fear. Fear is a built-in mechanism that helps us to recognize potential hurt, harm, and danger. That danger may be real or perceived. It may be a threat to our physical being, or it could be a threat to our emotional or psychological being. In any case, to really understand your fear, the question you might want to ask yourself is, what is it that I'm feeling threatened by? Now, if you want to take a deeper dive into understanding and learning how to manage and ultimately overcome your fears, then you're going to want to check out our fear and anxiety resources. These resources, which include videos, worksheets, and exercises, are going to teach you how to recognize, reframe, and respond to those moments when you're feeling threatened so that you feel empowered and informed about how to manage and overcome. Now let's talk a little bit about anger. Anger is what we call a secondary emotion, and it typically arises as a cover for when we feel afraid or hurt. Typically, anger comes about when we feel violated, when we've been disrespected, dishonored, or disregarded. When you feel yourself getting angry, the question you might want to ask yourself is, what boundary was crossed? If you want to take a deeper dive into understanding and learning how to manage your anger, then you're going to want to check out our anger resources, where you will learn how to identify your triggers and set and enforce healthy boundaries. Now we're going to talk about sadness. Sadness typically comes about when we lose someone we love or something we cherish. It is often likened to a feeling of something being missing or an empty space where that person or thing that we love once filled and occupied. If you feel sad, a question you might want to ask yourself is, what am I being asked to let go of? Many of us are grieving several things, whether it's someone we love or simply just the way things once were. Whatever the case, to get a deeper understanding of what your sadness may be coming to teach you, then check out our sadness and grief resources, where you will learn how to intentionally mourn and create space to release some of the sadness that we often hold on to following a loss. As a healthcare worker, you're going to experience all of these emotions or some version of them at some point in time. The more comfortable you can be with facing and being with these feelings and getting curious and asking questions and learning what they come to teach you, the more confident you will be in learning how to manage and navigate them when they come in real time. So take the time, watch the videos, do the exercises, complete the worksheets, and make the investment in your emotional well-being. Until next time, cheers.